प्रखरता हमको माता से करुणा की धार, विकसित हो देवत्व हृदय में, स्वर्ग धरा पर ले अवतार। हे गुरुवर हे जग जननी मां, हमको यह वरदान दो, जन जन में देवत्व जगाए, प्राण भरा अनुदान दो, जीवन लक्ष्य महान दो।
हे गुरुवर हे जग जननी मां, हमको यह वरदान दो, जन जन में देवत्व जगाए, प्राण भरा अनुदान दो, जीवन लक्ष्य महान दो।
अपने मद में भूला मानव, भूल गया भगवान को।
अपने मद में भूला मानव, भूल गया भगवान को।
तुच्छ स्वार्थ में भटक रहा है, छोड़ दिया ईमान को।
तुच्छ स्वार्थ में भटक रहा है, छोड़ दिया ईमान को।
ईश्वर के अनुशासन पाले, ईश्वर के अनुशासन पाले, ज्ञान और विज्ञान दो, जीवन लक्ष्य महान दो। हे गुरुवर हे जग जननी मां, दुष्प्रवृत्तियां पनप रही हैं, व्यसनों की भरमार है।
दुष्प्रवृत्तियां पनप रही है, व्यसनों की भरमार है।
अनाचार के कारण जग में फैला हाहाकार है।
अनाचार के कारण जग में फैला हाहाकार है।
इस कुचक्र को है गुरुवर है मां, इस कुचक्र को जीवन को मानव हार समझ कर ढोता है।
दुर्लभ जीवन को मानव भार समझ कर ढोता है।
ऊपर से हंसता रहता है, अंदर अंदर रोता है।
ऊपर से हंसता रहता है, अंदर अंदर रोता है।
जीवन विद्या का सिंचन कर, जीवन विद्या
का सिंचन कर,
इनको जीवन दान दो। जीवन लक्ष्य महान दो। हे गुरुवर हे जग जननी मां। आप महाप्रज्ञा को भू पर लाए, भागीरथ बनकर।
आप महाप्रज्ञा को भू पर लाए, भागीरथ बनकर।
हम जन जन को उससे जोड़े, सच्चे युग साधक बनकर।
हम जन जन को उससे जोड़े, सच्चे युग साधक बनकर।
हमें शक्ति दो हे गुरुवर हे मां। हमें शक्ति दो तप करने की, हमें शक्ति दो तप करने की। जग को नया विहान दो, जीवन लक्ष्य महान दो। हे गुरुवर हे जग जननी मां, हमको यह वरदान दो। जन जन में देवत्व जगाए, दान भरा अनुदान दो। जीवन लक्ष्य महान दो, ज्ञान और विज्ञान दो। संस्कृति को उठान दो। हे गुरुवर हे जग जननी मां।
We welcome one and all to the Southern Subzonal Gayatri Chaitanya Kendra, the exclusive lecture by our doctor. உன் மதிப்பை தெரிந்து கொள், நீ உலக வாழ் பிராணிகளில் மிகச் சிறந்தவன் என்பதை புரிந்து கொள் என்கிறார் ஸ்ரீராம் சர்மா ஆச்சாரியா. Not riches but nobility of character and honesty are the true touchstones of greatness. All these things we are going to learn today through our Acharya Dr. Ji. We thank Govind Kaka and group for their devotional song.
Now we take a great pleasure in inviting and welcoming His Holiness Dr. Pranav Pandya Ji, Chancellor, Dev Samskriti Vishwavidyalaya, Haridwar, Head, all Gayatri World Parivar. We welcome you, sir. Let us all give a standing ovation to our Chancellor. Thank you, sir. Now it's time to light the lamp, because the lamp will always dispel the darkness, and thereby intelligence, knowledge is spread to everywhere.
ॐ
नय सुपथाराय अस्मान् विश्वानि देववयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्मज्जुहुरानमेनो भूहिष्ठान्ते नम उक्तिं विधेम। ॐ विश्वानि देव सवितर्दुरितानि परासुव यद्भद्रं तन्न आसुव।
ॐ
मण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः।
ॐ यथा
सूर्यस्य कान्तिस्तु श्रीरामे विद्यते ह्यः सर्वशक्तिस्वरूपायै दिव्यै भगवत्यै नमः।
ॐ आयातु वरदे देवी
त्र्यक्षरे ब्रह्मवादिनी गायत्री छन्दसा मातः ब्रह्मयोनिर्नमोऽस्तु ते।
ॐ स्तुता मया
वरदा वेदमाता प्रचोदयन्तां पावमानी द्विजानाम् आयुः प्राणं प्रजां पशुं कीर्तिं द्रविणं ब्रह्मवर्चसं मह्यं दत्त्वा व्रजत ब्रह्मलोकम्।
Now we take a great pleasure in inviting Sir Ashwini Subbarao, who was made all the way from Hyderabad, the Ashwini group of head, to be here with us. He is also the South Indian convener. We welcome you, sir. We take a great pleasure in welcoming to the Cotton City, Coimbatore.
அறியாமை இருளகற்றி அறிவொளி ஏற்றுவதை குறிக்கும் வகையில் தீபம் ஏற்றப்பட்டுள்ளது. இப்பொழுது அவையோரை நல்வரவு கூற ஸ்ரீ கோபால் மகேஸ்வரி அவர்கள், President Gopal Maheshwari, to give the welcome address.
परम पूज्य His Holiness Dr. Pranav Pandya ji, head of the All World Gayatri Parivar, chief guest of the evening Sri M. Krishnan, our guest of honor Padma Shri Dr. G. Bhaktavasalam, Dr. Brijmohan ji Gaur, head of South India Zone, Sri Ashwini Subbarao, South India convener, Coimbatore Gayatri Chetna Kendra office bearers and members of the committee, guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to everybody, each and every. When I stand before this august gathering to witness the exclusive lecture on scientific spirituality, my heart sings for joy and my spirit soars on the wings of prayer as I recollect how Goddess Gayatri Devi's boundless grace has been falling on us. With a heart aglow with love and gratitude, let me render you all a very warm welcome to this colorful function. Dr. Pranav Pandya ji, Chancellor, Dev Shakti Vishwavidyalaya Haridwar, head of All World Gayatri Parivar. A brief bio sketch of our respected Dr. Saab has already been given in the invitation, and there is no end to speak about his dedicated service to the world. A very warm welcome to you, sir. I would like to welcome our respected chief guest, Sri M. Krishnan, Chairman and Managing Director, Sri Krishna Sweets, who has kindly accepted our invitation and to be present here with us today. My sweet-hearted, warm welcome to you, sir. I would next like to welcome our guest of honor, Padma Shri Dr. G. Bhaktavasalam, Chairman KG Hospital, a man who unfailingly renders his services for the betterment of the public, not in words, but in action. A warm welcome to you, sir. I next welcome the head of Gayatri Chetna Kendra South India Zone, Dr. Brijmohanji God, a man who devotes his time towards understanding and communicating with all putting their hopes into reality. A warm welcome to you, sir. I also welcome Sri Ashwini Subba Rao, South India convener, a totally dedicated person for Gayatri Parivar by Tan, Man and Dhan. To grace this occasion, we have amongst us other distinguished guests and well-wishers on and off the dais. A hearty welcome to you all. As per Param Pujya Guruji's wish, Gayatri Parivar at all centers all over world working to establish Indian culture in whole world. Guruji Pandit Sri Ramji Sharma Acharya wrote more than 3,200 books. He was also freedom fighter. One postal stamp was also released as a mark of respect on his name by central government in June 1992. In the year 1940, he started Akhand Jyoti magazine, today totally circulating 16 lakhs copies in 10 languages, including Tamil, in all over world. Gayatri Chetna Kendra Coimbatore started before 2 years. Daily Aarti, meditation, yoga, Sri Gayatri Yagna Homam, Nad Yoga Sadhana, music, video presentation, etc. performing at Coimbatore Kendra, Shivaji Colony, West, Thadagam Road. Anybody can attend any day and take participation. Our Karyakartas ready to go anybody's home, office or factory for any Sanskar Karya or Yagna Homam. Gayatri Chetna Kendra Coimbatore performed 9 Kund Gayatri Maha Yagna Homam in April 2007. 24 Kund Gayatri Maha Yagna Homam on July 2007. And on 13th January 2008, Bharatiya Sanskriti Gyan Pariksha was arranged first time in Tamil Nadu and awards were distributed. Also, total 40 places our Karyakartas performed 5 Kund Gayatri Maha Homams in Coimbatore district. In future, we are planning to perform 108 Kund Gayatri Maha Homams in Coimbatore and also wish to have Gayatri Mata temple and our own Bhavan building to expand day-to-day activities of Gayatri Chetna Kendra, and that is possible only by you people, by full support. I hope all of you will definitely render your support to Coimbatore Kendra by Tan, Man and Dhan, means wholeheartedly, physically, financially, with devotion and dedication. We are looking some good land also. Even certain centers, I came to understand, some donors have come forward and given the land itself. So you can contribute in form of land, kind, anything, or time. At least you can contribute time. That will have prachar prasar of Gayatri Mantra. With these few words, I once again welcome you all. Thank you.
Mr. Balchand Botra of Mahavis will adorn a shawl to our Dr. Ji. Mr. Mahavir Jain of Apex will be honoring Sri M. Krishnan. A garland by Sri Mahavir Jain to Sri M. Krishnan. A shawl to Sri M. Krishnan by Telugu Sammelan. Mr. Chandran. Mr. Chandran is honoring our doctor. Mr. Ramesh G. Debrewal will honor Padma Shri Dr. G. Bhaktavachalam with a garland. Kailash Prasad Agarwal will honor Padma Shri Dr. G. Bhaktavachalam with a garland. Mr. Ramesh G. Dibrawal is very much here and has taken the honor of honoring our Dr. Bhaktavachalam. So many people to honor you, sir. Mr. Ramanlal Ji Dave. Mr. Ramanlal Ji Dave will honor Dr. Brijmohan Gaud with a garland. Mr. S.P. Shamraj will honor Sri Ashwini Subbarao with a garland. Thank you so much, sir.
Now it's time for us to move to the next agenda. Dr. Brijmohan Gaud, a homeopathy doctor, head Southern Zone of Gayatri Parivar, is a disciple of late Pandit Sri Ram Sharma Acharya Ji. He works tirelessly to propagate the message of Guruji day and night, 24 hours in a day. 365 days in a year is not less for him to propagate and to spread the message of our Guruji. He is a competent orator in Hindi, a master of Hindi language. Now it's time for you, sir, to address the audience.
Om Vishwanadeva Savitur Duritani Parasava Yadi Bhadram Tannayasava Om Shanti 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 सूक्ष्म रूप से उपस्थित परम पूज्य गुरुदेव, वंदनीय माताजी, परम श्रद्धेय डॉक्टर प्रणव पंड्या जी, मंचासीन हमारे अतिथिगण, आत्मीय भाइयों बहनों, पत्रकार बंधु, नगर के सम्माननीय नागरिक बंधुओं, परम पूज्य गुरुदेव वेदमूर्ति तपोनिष्ठ पंडित श्री राम शर्मा आचार्य जी महाराज ने एक स्वप्न देखा कि मुझे अपने राष्ट्र को फिर से उसी स्थान पर पहुंचाना है जिस स्थान पर हमारा राष्ट्र कभी जगत गुरु था, कभी सोने की चिड़िया था। देश स्वतंत्र हो गया, लेकिन स्वतंत्रता के पश्चात सारे देश में भौतिक निर्माण के कार्य प्रारंभ हुए, लेकिन व्यक्ति निर्माण का कार्य अधूरा दिखाई पड़ रहा था। हमारे देश में धर्म के प्रति बड़ी आस्था है, हजारों मंदिर हैं, हजारों देवी देवता हैं, लेकिन उनके पूजा का विज्ञान क्या है? उस पूजा से व्यक्ति के व्यक्तित्व को ऊंचा कैसे उठाया जाए, उस पूजा के माध्यम से व्यक्ति महान कैसे बने, उस पूजा के माध्यम से व्यक्ति अपने जीवन को सार्थक कैसे बनाए, जो विज्ञान हम भूल गए थे, उन्होंने देखा कि आने वाला युग वैज्ञानिक युग है। इसके लिए उन्होंने पहले अपने आप के जीवन को प्रयोगशाला बनाया और अपने जीवन में गायत्री मंत्र की उपासना की, कठोर साधना की। 24 वर्ष तक उन्होंने नमक नहीं खाया, शक्कर नहीं खाई, गाय को जौ खिलाए, जो गोबर में निकले उनका दलिया बनाया और 24 वर्ष के पश्चात उन्हें गायत्री मंत्र की शक्ति प्राप्त हुई, सिद्धि प्राप्त हुई। और जो कवि विश्वामित्र ने कल्पना की थी कि मैं गायत्री का पोषण करूंगा, साधना करूंगा और उसके पश्चात एक नई दुनिया बनाऊंगा, पता नहीं उन्होंने नई दुनिया बना पाए कि नहीं बना पाए, लेकिन परम पूज्य गुरुदेव ने 24 वर्ष के पश्चात गायत्री परिवार की घोषणा की। 1958 में एक महान यज्ञ किया मथुरा में और उन्होंने कहा, मैं देख रहा हूं कि गायत्री माता स्वर्ग से नीचे आ रही है और सारे देश में, सारे विश्व में घर घर जा रही है। उस समय के धार्मिक क्षेत्र के लोगों ने बहुत विरोध किया। गायत्री मंत्र तो ब्राह्मण का है, गायत्री मंत्र को स्त्रियां नहीं जप सकती। जहां कहीं गुरुदेव गए, लोगों ने विरोध प्रदर्शन किया, लेकिन वो कहते चले गए कि मैं नहीं बोल रहा, ये ईश्वरीय वाणी है, गायत्री माता की वाणी है। और आज हम देखते हैं कि सारे विश्व में गायत्री मंत्र की झंकार सुनाई पड़ती है। परम पूज्य गुरुदेव ने कहा, ऋषियों का एक तंत्र था, ऋषि तंत्र था, जिसके द्वारा घर घर में बालक जन्म लेते ही उसे संस्कारों का अमृत पिलाया जाता था और उसके लिए उन्होंने नई शोध की और उसके द्वारा उन्होंने गायत्री परिवार के कार्यकर्ताओं के माध्यम से घर घर में संस्कारों की पावन परंपरा को पुनर्जीवित किया। आज गायत्री परिवार में इंजीनियर, डॉक्टर, प्रोफेसर, MBA, PhD इस तरह के व्यक्ति घर घर में जाकर के संस्कारों के माध्यम से एक विचार क्रांति का शंखनाद कर रहे हैं, ब्रेन वॉश कर रहे हैं। हम सबको लग रहा है कि दुनिया खराब होती चली जा रही है, लेकिन अंदर ही अंदर दुनिया के निर्माण का कार्य चल रहा है। परम पूज्य गुरुदेव ने शांति कुंज गायत्री तीर्थ बनाया। गायत्री तीर्थ में उन्होंने ट्रेनिंग सेंटर प्रारंभ किया। तीर्थ केवल दर्शन की जगह नहीं थी, तीर्थ की चेतना के द्वारा व्यक्ति को परिष्कृत किया जाता था। आदमी के व्यक्तित्व को कैसे ऊंचा उठाया जाए, उन्होंने प्रयोग किया। और आज शांति कुंज में 10,000 व्यक्ति आकर के वहां निशुल्क भोजन लेते हैं, निशुल्क शिक्षण लेते हैं, कोई फीस नहीं, कोई चार्ज नहीं, केवल पब्लिक डोनेशन से कार्य होता हुआ चला जा रहा है। परम पूज्य गुरुदेव ने वेद, पुराण, उपनिषद, दर्शन, आर्ष ग्रंथ सबका भाष्य किया। 3200 पुस्तकें लिखी, 3200।
I am very happy to be here and I feel it's a privilege extended to me. Like all of you, I am also here to hear Dr. Pranav. The Hindu religion stipulates that very objective of being born as a human with intelligence is to pursue the spiritual path and attain self-realization. The Gayatri Mantra energizes these faculties for the fulfillment of the objective. In repeating the Gayatri Mantra, you ask for the enlightenment and for nothing else and for good reason. There is no prayer greater than asking for enlightenment. Once your intellect is illuminated, you need nothing else. For you to discover that you are the self-existence, knowledge and bliss absolute. Gayatri is considered to be the mother of all mantras and is an extension of Om or Pranav Ubhavasana. I take this opportunity to thank and congratulate Dr. Pranav, who is on the mission of spreading such a great, powerful mantra to one and all. And thank you all once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Krishnan.
Now it's time for Dr. Bhatwatfu. And another feather to the cap is he has been awarded the Padma Shri Award by the Government of India in the year 2005. Now the stage is set for you, sir.
Telugu Cultural Association, Sri Gopal Maheshwari, Rotarian Mahavir Jain, and Mr. Krishnan of Krishna Sweets, for having given me an opportunity to have a darshan of Dr. Pranav and all the people of this great Gayatri Kendra. I'm a little jealous of Dr. Pranav. Dr. Pranav is a doctor of medicine like me. He is a cardiologist. I was a surgeon. And both of us returned from America. He was in a beautiful place, earning millions of dollars, but he took the order of his guru and came back to India. And I also came back to India by the order of my father, who was KG. We listened to our godfathers. Even though he was my father, he was my godfather. Non-returning Indians is called NRI, but we returned. We are most happy. Many of Dr. Pranav's classmates, colleagues, are envious of him. Whenever they meet him, oh my God, you are a world-renowned figure. You are being seen as a world citizen. Their classmates are still millionaires and billionaires driving Mercedes-Benz car, but he is, I don't know how to describe him because I've known him only today. We as doctors can only change the heart rate, or we can increase the urinary output, or we can make you sleep, give a tablet to make you sleep. We can only touch one person's life at any time. Look at this Pranav. He is changing the minds of millions of Indians, and not only Indians outside India. And he says there's a destiny. He says destiny. நம்ம விதி சொல்கிறோம் தமிழில், ஹிந்தியில் என்னன்னு தெரியாது. Hindi I don't understand. I don't know why I don't understand, but the language is so beautiful. The Hindi songs are beautiful. Hindi actresses also are beautiful. That's why all the Hindi actors are all in Tamil Nadu. Slim, I should learn Hindi from today. I should learn Hindi from today. See, he is a doctor of doctors. And we have a headmaster. Sri Gopal Maheshwari, we have a headmaster. This headmaster is not seen by us. He's called God. He's called God. So God has sent us to this world, this planet Earth, as a human being. It is his order, go to India, go to Tamil Nadu, or go to Haridwar. And the only mandate, the order which he gave us was, be happy. He never said, make lot of money and be unhappy. Put on lot of weight and go to a doctor to reduce the weight. And be angry with your wife and divorce her. He never said that. He said, be happy. And many of us, like Dr. Pranav, to some extent myself, have understood this particular formula of God, that we want to be happy. And we have also understood how to become, see, everybody is intelligent. All the people are educated. They're all graduated, not educated. You are graduated but not educated. You may have BSc, MBA, IIT Bombay, but they're not really educated yet. We are all highly intelligent people. IQ is very high. But high IQ doesn't bring you happiness. A lot of emotions must be there. You must be emotionally surcharged. Then only you will be happy. Emotions also can sometimes change. Emotions also sometimes can change. You are looking at a person with envy or jealous, then your emotions come down. You must be spiritually highly qualified. IQ, EQ and SQ. Pranav sir is having a great amount of emotional as well as spiritual quotient. This city is very fortunate that we are witnessing a new sort of, I don't know, I have not seen this particular movement, and I would like to learn Gayatri Mantra and many mantras so that I will lead my rest of my life a little more peacefully. Everybody wants to be peaceful and happy. We don't know how to be happy. Many of us go to Cosmopolitan Club and then drink, and then with that time happiness is only very temporary. That is, spirituality is temporary. But this spirituality is permanent. This spirituality is permanent. Coimbatore is a great city, Manchester city, city of cotton, cotton city. Then it became a pump city, then it became a bomb city. There was a bomb. It's a booming city, but it becomes a doom city. And again, we are now trying to bring in a lot of education institutions, 150 engineering colleges, medical colleges, and then it became an educational city. Now it has become an IT city, and hopefully the boom will go up, hopefully. But a man to be happy, he has to be a very happy person. He is trying to create happy citizens. He is trying to create happy India. We need to be very peaceful with our neighbors. We have to be peaceful among the states. We have to be peaceful among the parties. We have to be peaceful even at home. So if there's no peace, there's no point in leading this life. So when our headmaster sent us here, to be happy person. He didn't send you to Amazon like a python. He didn't even put you in Bihar, in Lalu Prasad's little kingdom. He has sent you to Tamil Nadu. Be happy. Tamil Nadu is a wonderful place. That's why majority of you North Indians have come to Tamil Nadu. That is why you have come here. This is a place which welcomes everybody. This has become a spiritual city now. Jaggi Vasudev is here. Dayananda Saraswati is here. Art of Living, Swamiji comes here very often. We also get earlier, Swamiji is there, Vedadri Maharishi, who lived for 95 years. Now we have the visit of Pranavji, and the All India President. He has promised that he will visit our house and have idli. And please bring Pranavji also next visit. Tomorrow they are flying off. I don't want to take much of your time. I've come here mainly to listen to him and transform myself. Thank you, sir.
My name is Batsu Subbarao. I pray to all of Dr. Pranav Pandyaji and others who have occupied the dais, and I say namaskar to all of you. My name is Ashwini Subbarao, but my name actually is Batsu Subbarao. Because of Ashwini, hair oil became so famous, my name is changed to Ashwini Subbarao. I am graduated in electronics and communications in 1970. In the beginning, I was under the influence of Swami Vivekananda. But later on, when I went to visit Shantikunj Haridwar, I got into the influence of Pandit Sri Ram Sharma Acharya ji, what we call as Gurudev. And now, what he told about, now Dr. Bhaktavasalanji asking how to be happy. Everyone should be happy. People are now trying to earn money with real utility is not there. Crores and crores of rupees they want to earn till death. But Gurudev told, once this Gruhastha Dharma is completed, all the children are married and son starts earning, he said one should go to take Vanaprastha ashram. Vanaprastha ashram only service and to elevate the Atma, meditation and all. Then naturally you are away from all the burdens, you will be very happy. So I entrusted all my factory responsibility to my son and took Vanaprastha along with my missus at the feet of our Dr. Saab. And now I am completely to the service of the society. So one should serve at least at the fag end of his life. That's what Gurudev told. And with regard to programs and of Shanti Kunj,
There will be 9 days course throughout the year for all languages. Recently, about 350 people from Andhra Pradesh, they have gone and got the 9 days course. There's a 1 month course who want to do some service to the organization, mission. And 3 months course for Parivurajak. Complete service, if they want to do, 3 months course is there. Now, recently, first time 135 people have gone to Shanti Kunj and undergone 9 days program in Tamil. In all languages, Dr. Saab was kind enough to train more than 100 full-timers because our south people are not coming. So he has trained each more than 25 people in each language, 4 languages, Tamil, Kannada, Telugu and Malayalam. And all the people are now deputed to all the 4 states. And 4 states, it is expanding our mission, Gayatri Parivar. That is why Coimbatore has got so much influence. Madurai, Coimbatore and Chennai. And in Andhra Pradesh, almost every district is influenced by Gayatri Parivar. Now with regard to activities of Gayatri Parivar, Sanskar, Yajna and Gayatri Mantra. Gayatri Mantra. Now all the problems are because of Durbuddhi of a man. If Sadbuddhi is replaced by Durbuddhi, every problem gets solved. So if anybody chants Gayatri Mantra regularly, he will have Sadbuddhi and every problem of house and others, everything gets solved. And today pollution is the main problem. The entire world is struggling how to remove it. But Gurudev has told, Yajna is the one solution other than tree planting. Yajna will purify the atmosphere so that the entire globe can be saved. So every house is contributing pollution with vehicles and all. Now every house should have Yajna every day. Then the problem gets solved. So we produced one cassette, half-an-hour cassette, which everybody can have in the house and do Yajna. And in Andhra Pradesh, now from 1st to 9th, we are going to have 9 days course for about 600 people are going. And in South, I just, 1 minute I'll explain what I've seen. In 2000, there was a Mahapurnavati where about 10,000 people to stay, they have made arrangements. 10 lakhs people, not 1,000, 10 lakhs people. You can imagine. Staying arrangements have been done for 10 lakhs people. And 2,501 Yajna has been conducted for 7 days. I have seen a floating population of 15 lakhs per day and 10 lakhs people are staying. About 25 lakhs people per day, they were there at the Haridwar. About 11 kilometers has been spread, all these things. And you can imagine 25 lakhs people visiting a place, how it will be. Then I requested Dr. Pranav Pandyaji, you are doing everything in north, but why you are not doing south? Then immediately is declared, Ashwamedha Yajna we will do in the next year in Tirupati. So 2001 we had Ashwamedha Yajna and last year we had in Madurai. So like this now Gayatri Parivar mission is spreading. Now Gayatri Parivar has got 9 crores people attached to this mission, 9 crores. And it is spread in 80 countries. Dr. Pranav Pandyaji introduced and spread this message in 80 countries of the globe. And the aim is to spread every country and every field. That means the entire humanity. Dr. Saab, nearly 15 days, he will be out of the country. It is very difficult for him to get. Even 6 months we try, we cannot get his appointment. And many people visit Shanti Kunj, but they fail to see him many times. I have seen as Chief Justice came and he could not come in time what was given and he has gone back. Next day he came and had the darshan of our Dr. Saab. And before I conclude, I tell about Dr. Pranav Pandyaji, whom we are all seeing. We may see every man Gurudev also just like old man, but what spiritual giant, he is like God. Like that, Dr. Pranav Pandyaji is pure at heart. I will give you one incident and close my speech. There was Kargil war. For Kargil war, he called Gayatri Parivar to contribute. Gayatri Parivar gave 1.25 crores. 75 lakhs was given to state government, and after that 50 lakhs came. To give to the Prime Minister, he asked me also to come. I also went. We wanted to give to Vajpayee ji. Appointment was not taken. Somebody wants to fix the appointment. And we have gone there. We have waited for 1.5 hours. Then many MPs were coming and doing pranams to him and were going. After 1.5 hours, I got very much bored. Dr. Pranav Pandyaji, what is this? Many people are waiting for you to see. And you have come here, you are waiting for 1.5 hours. It's not good. I mean, I'm feeling very bad about it. We'll go back. We have not asked anything, government to give some money. We are only giving 50 lakhs and appointment is not given. We will go back and only our Parivar people have given. We will use for our mission. Then what he said, I was astonished. Subbarao Prime Minister is so busy and we have not taken the appointment. We will wait. Chinta mat kijiye. This money is given by our Parivar for our defense. Kargil. How can we use? We cannot use. Only we have to give to the purpose for which it is given. We cannot, even if our own people are given, we cannot use the money for ourselves, our mission. We will wait till he gives appointment and we will go back after only giving the money. Within another 15-20 minutes we got the appointment, we have given. Now you see so many people are only manipulating and taking the money of the government, or so many cheating. But he doesn't want to change the purpose also. Such is the purest you are seeing, a godly man. So it is fortunate that we are seeing him here and we listen to him, and his blessings definitely it carries a long way for us. And really I am very happy to be associated with this great organization. I left everything to my son, and of course left means not the entire money. Some of the money is allocated for service to the people and our mission activities, and I'm very happy and fortunate, and I will associate and I will do the rest of my life, whatever God has given to me, I will serve the society through Gayatri Parivar. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. Karnataka Association Secretary, Sri UVS Prakash, is also here to honor our Holiness. President Sri Pratap Gokuldas Raichura of Sri Coimbatore Gujarat Samaj is here to honor our Guru. Sri Hariprasad Joshi of Gujarati Brahman Samaj is here to honor His Holiness. Founder Sri Atal Kumar Gupta, founder of Jaishwal Samaj is here to honor His Holiness. President Sri Pradeep Kumar Agarwal of Agarwal Samaj is here to honor our holiness. President Sri Sitaram Kankhani of Maheshwari Samaj is to honor our holiness. Mr. Ramesh Kumar Chavan, Secretary of Haryana Seva Sangh, is here to honor His Holiness. Sri Ramesh Kumar Dibrewal of Jagannath Textile is here to honor His Holiness. Sri Shyamlal Agarwal of Shakti Dham is here to honor our Guruji. The renowned advocate Sri S. Bhupati is here to honor our Swamiji. Sri A. Palaniswamy
Mr. Sunil Parikh from Brahmin Samaj wants to honor our holiness H. Om Prakash wants to honor our Guruji. May we request Om Prakash to honor our Guruji. Thank you so much, Swamiji.
ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. Holy subtler presence of our Guru Satta. On the dais, Mr. M. Krishnan, Chairman and Managing Director of Krishna Sweets. Dr. G. Bhaktavasalam, he said Kingdom of God Hospital, KG Hospital, group of hospital, Kingdom of God Hospital. Chairman of that hospital, a very renowned cardiac surgeon, a very renowned social servant, doing a lot of service to the mankind. And we have with us Gopal Maheshwari ji, who has reunited all the communities today in this Gayatri Parivar function. Gopal Maheshwari, President of Coimbatore Gayatri Parivar. And then we have with us Kailash Agrawal ji, who is the Vice President of this Gayatri Parivar. Besides that, he is looking after the organization since long time. And then we have with us Ashwini Subbarao ji, who is the convener of the South India cell. All the 4 provinces he is looking after, despite he being such a busy person. But just on my one request, he left everything on his son, and he is devoting and donating everything, whatever he has, for the South India. And this is something which is very important. We have with us Braj Mohan Gaur ji. Braj Mohan Gaur ji devotes his 3 to 4 months of time every year for the South India. It is because of Gaur ji, whom I said in 1995 that you go to South and establish the message of Gayatri. And then after Gaur ji came, he enlightened everybody. And I think whatever we are in South, it is because of Dr. Braj Mohan Gaur ji. Many claps for him. All the leaders of the various organizations, I am really indebted that you are here today on the invitation of Gayatri Parivar. Because of you, only this campaign will be successful. You may be attached to various organizations, but as Dr. Bhaktavatsalam said, one very good thing, that Coimbatore has become the spiritual capital of Tamil Nadu, just like many people who are coming from various places. And as he said, it became a city of the clothing factories and other things. Then it has become a city of various schools and colleges. A lot of colleges are there. And then a lot of materialism is here, developing malls, plazas, PVRs, complexes, a lot of hospitals. A lot of people are falling ill, and a lot of doctors are needed, so a lot of big buildings. And a small city, which people saw 50 years back, has blossomed into a very big, you can say, metro city in Coimbatore. That denotes the uprise of the science, because of the science. But it needs spirituality. If the spirituality will be there, there will be happiness, there will be peace. There will be, in real sense, stress-free environment. All will be free from various stresses which keep us totally away from a smile. You don't rarely find people today smiling. Do you find some people smiling? They don't smile at all, because they are full of stresses. So that smile, which is brought by the spiritual elevation of ourselves, needs to be developed in Coimbatore. And I think all of you are trying to do in your own way, in your organization, like Rajasthani Sangh, like Rani Sati Mandir, which I just went right now before coming to this place, like Gujarati Association, like varieties of the organization, and then the Tamil organizations which are working like anything. I have a very big connection to Coimbatore. I am a very ardent disciple of Swami Dayanand Saraswati ji. I am very, very close to him also. Around, since last about 20 years, every year we meet in either USA or in Rishikesh. This year, the time was decided in a very short notice. So Swamiji has already been in the different place. Swamiji has a lot of love and affection towards me. Swami Dayanand Saraswati ji is a totally transparent saint. I consider, I've seen a lot of sannyasis. A lot of sannyasis are living not the sannyasi's life, they are living the life of Mahant, they are living the life of multinationals. But this is the one Swami who is totally transparent, And one of the very rare quality in the saint is that nirlipta bhav, aparigraha, and do betterment for the humanity as much as possible. That Arsh Gurukulam chief, and then our Acharya Mahasabha Pramukh, he made me coordinator of the Acharya Mahasabha and the aim for Seva, All India Movement for Seva. So we both of us are doing some good work together, and I hope that my association with Coimbatore will increase with more and more attachment to the Swami Dayananda Saraswati ji, and your association towards me, Gayatri. So it's a mutual and give and take phenomena. You give to me something and I give to you something. I come to Swamiji and you come to me as a Gayatri Tirth in Shanti Kunj. So we both of us keep on visiting each other. Coimbatore and Shanti Kunj will start interacting with each other, and there will be lot of good developments occurring in Coimbatore. I appreciate all of your presence, brothers and sisters, all the people who have come from various nearby areas like Madurai, like Chennai. I'm saying nearby because we are living in a global village. The Tirupur, Salem, then Erode, and then Bangalore, and then all the nearby areas like Palghat, Cochin. A lot of disciples, Gayatri disciples have come from these areas. I welcome you all, and I welcome all my print media and electronic media persons who are present here. Friends, today's topic is scientific spirituality. How we can associate science and spirituality together. Science is something which has brought wonders and miracles in our day-to-day life. Now, just for you information, I'm just telling you, I'll be speaking for 30 minutes in English, and for last 15-20 minutes, I'll be speaking in Hindi also, for those who do not understand English perfectly, for all those. So this is just for the sake of, मैं 30 मिनट इंग्लिश में बोलूँगा और 20 मिनट हिंदी में बोलूँगा, तो 20 मिनट हिंदी में बोलने से आपको पूरा समझ में आ जाएगा, और मेरे लेक्चर में आपको बोर नहीं होंगे, आपको बोर करने नहीं दूंगा, मैं आपको पूरा अच्छी तरह से बांध के रखूँगा. This is the confidence which I have in my. Science has brought a lot of miracles, a lot of boons are there of science. Science has brought all of us closer to each other. Just by a click of the mouse, you can send a lot of emails to anyone. Just by click of your mobile, one message, you can send thousands and thousands of messages to the various people all over the world. You can imagine we are living in a global village, and this global village is because of the development of science. Science is to be adored. Science is to be not to be condemned, but science to be taken as a boon to us. Especially last 20 years, 20-25 years, with the electronics and meditation coming up, computers and medicine coming up, a lot of changes have occurred in the medical setup also. The fMRI, functional magnet, this MRI, the positron emission tomography, CT scan, all has transformed the concept through which you can, before he is ill, बीमार होने के पहले ही आप पता लगा लेते हैं कि बीमार होने वाला है. This is because of science. This was not there earlier. In my time, these were all developing, grooming up, but there was no development at that time. And in last 30 years, you can see a boom has come. A boom has come in the electronics, and the electronics and meditation has transformed the whole concept of therapy. The therapy concept has been changed to such a level that now cancer patients can think of survival if they come at the early stage. You can be told at a very early stage that you are going to get a heart attack. You are going to develop various problems in your day-to-day life. And because of the cholesterol, because of the triglyceride, because of your lifestyle disorders, you change your lifestyle disorder, you can change your bad cholesterol, and you can minimize your bad cholesterol, increase your good cholesterol, and by this you can become really free from various heart diseases. Despite your father having it, despite your mother having it, you can prevent diabetes coming to you by inculcating yoga, complementary medicine, few herbal medicine, and then changing the lifestyle. This is what is the miracle of the science which I see. I think science has brought a lot of wonders. Surgery has no alternative. Surgery has to be done in any case. And surgery brings many things, many changes in our body physiology, because the system which was being run pathologically is being now run because of the removal of certain part or because of the implantation of the certain parts from outside. The whole heart starts functioning normally, the whole liver starts functioning normally. Surgery is something which has done a miraculous thing. Medicine has changed in last 20 years because of the totally the electronics and the computers. And lately, you can say the radioisotopes and all those systems which have come up, they have started healing the person very nicely. These are all the few concepts which I wanted to tell you, that science has done immense discoveries. You can travel very fast. I had traveled in A380 from Sydney to London, and I can imagine that travel. It was a wonderful travel. You can travel in a very faster plane. The planes are coming, which are now running with this, already Concorde has run. But you can reach wherever you want, you can reach faster. Secondly, if you don't want to reach anywhere, you want to be in your own place, you can do video conferencing. And by a very fast, I don't know, 10,000, 20,000 Mbps, the internet line, you can communicate your thoughts to others and you can be influenced by the others' thoughts. Maybe I may not need to come to Coimbatore. I can deliver a lecture from there and you can attend it on internet after 10 years. You can attend any lecture on any subject. Around 100 lectures of mine are available on the Google, and those lectures are for which our respected MC had requested you to switch off mobile. This mobile has transformed the lifestyle of today. This is cell phone. And this cell phone has done wonders in our day-to-day life. Now you don't need to go to Sabjiwala to tell you what are the sabjis you have. You just call him. He has got phone. He is surviving because of India. And this is all because of the revolution which it has brought. Information revolution, information technology, everything is becoming very fast available to you. Earlier, you had to stop somewhere, search STD PCO, do a call to someone, and then after that, you never knew whether you will get a call or not, but you just pick up your phone and just call someone. You can do whatever you want through your cell phone. You can listen to music, you can see films, and as Dr. Saab was saying, you can see Indian movies and Indian heroines. Whatever you want to see, you can see. It is up to you. It is up to your vivek. It is your collective wisdom which you have got. It is up to your wisdom what you want to see in internet, what you want to see in your cell phone. It is up to you. Very faster network are coming and very, very posh. Means I don't know whether they are for communication or for entertainment. Communication, entertainment combined together. All these things have photography and everything. Everybody is taking photography in their mobile. And I don't know how far does it survive, but ultimately your all day-to-day life necessities are now changed. Our materialistic lifestyle today, which has made us full of unpeace, is because of these scientific developments. Now I am coming to the other point. Science has done wonders, but it has brought unpeace to us. We are not at peace at all because there is no satisfaction. There is no, as such, satiety. We are full of a greed to achieve more and more, greed to get more and more. More and more should be attained by us. And that thing has brought unpeace to all of us. Gayatri says that if you want to be happy, there should be two things. Kindly contain your demands, whatever are your needs. परिस्थितियों को कम कर लो. अपने आसपास की जो भी needs हैं उनको कम कर लीजिए. Secondly, try to adjust with the circumstances. But today's modern science has nothing to be blamed. But modern science and the lifestyle which we are living has given us a pattern in which we are living a life. In that life, we need competitive, aggressive, competitive lifestyle. And that aggressive, competitive lifestyle means if you want to be a member of society, if you want to be a status symbol, it has become a status symbol. Everything, your mobile phone, your car, the way you use your various electronic devices has become the status symbol. Laptops, the varieties of the messages which you transmit through your SMS, MMS, all these things have changed the lifestyle. In school-going boys and girls, the lifestyle has changed. They are full of stress now because that thing has brought an artificial pattern in their lifestyle. The changes are too many, and early puberty is coming because of the materialistic lifestyle and the food pattern which we have adopted. You know that fast food has become our pattern in children. They eat pizza, they drink Coca-Cola, and by just bending their body in a very inconvenient posture, they watch plasma TV, a big TV screen, our children. And if you stop the TV, they will fight with you. What is this we are heading to? What is this we are heading to? Modern science never imagined that this will become a behavioral problem. This will become a psychological problem. Now this has become a psychological and behavioral problem. Husband wants to see sports, wife wants to see serials, and children want to see cartoon. Now what will you decide? You should have 3 or 4 or 5 TVs in your house for varieties of the people so that each can see. And then when anyone comes in your house, you will not like him. You are totally unsocial person. Totally unsocial. Why don't you take time on telephone and then come? This is India. We don't take time on telephone. But today we think that we are being disturbed by someone. पहले कभी कोई आता था घर में तो आराम से आ जाता था, पर आज कोई आता है तो हमको लगता है डिस्टर्ब कर रहा है हमको. कहाँ से आ गया? घर में बैठे चैन नहीं था इसको, शांत बैठा था, हमको आके हमारी पीस को बिगाड़ रहा है, हमारी शांति को बिगाड़ रहा है ये. Why? We are limited to a single, it's just like a cage. We are limited to a cage. And we are becoming more unsocial. We are not attending various gatherings for one reason, that we are addicted to something which is the boon of science, which was the boon of science. Science development were for betterment of ours. But they are not now because they have become handicapped. Science should deliver something which progresses the mankind on the right direction. That's why we need spirituality. That's why we need spirituality. Lord Krishna says in Gita, Ashantasya kutah sukham. The man who is unhappy, he will not get pleasure. He will not be at peace at all. Now there are 3 definitions of sukh. Sukh, one is from the sensual desires, which you get through sex, which you get through eating, which you get through varieties of the things. That is the sensual desire. Indriya trapti, sukh. First variety of sukh. The second variety of sukh is harsh. My ego, I am praised by all, I am a very big social leader, people appreciate me, people like me. This is the second variety of sukh. Aham trapti, harsh. The third is the shanti, and the spiritual happiness is the third sukh. That sukh comes from the happiness to the soul. And that happiness to the soul is not occurring today because we have forgotten soul and we have imagined that we are only body. That's why we find so many things devoted to only body. Men didn't have beauty parlors. Today men have got beauty parlors. Beauty parlors for men, beauty parlors for women. So many beauty products, so many moisturizing lotions, so many things available for making you a better person, look better looking person. Don't drink aerated water and liquor. That will bring more dehydration. The aerated waters like Pepsi and Coca-Cola, they contain so many ingredients which are not good for your health. I'm not against anything. I'm just telling you the lifestyle need to be changed. Lifestyle needs to be changed, and that lifestyle needs to be changed by the inculcation of the spiritual values. What is spirituality? Spirituality is inculcating the qualities, ideals and virtues of God. Inculcating qualities, ideals and virtues of God. This is spirituality. Spirituality doesn't mean pasting a tilak, having a big beard, walking on a khadau, and having a specific dress, uniform. That is not spirituality. That is a outward form of the religion. Chanting mantra without understanding the meaning, without absorbing your emotions in that, is also not going to do anything. Spirituality is not related to dogmas and rituals. Spirituality is related to transformation of your personality through inculcating the good qualities, virtues of God. Now God Shiva, God Krishna, Lord Krishna, Ma, Amba Mata, Mata Gayatri, all have got varieties of the divine qualities. And if you want to inculcate them, you can inculcate those qualities and transform your personality, refine your personality. When I said refine your personality, all the gods and goddesses are in your body. Lord Krishna says in Gita, Navadware Pure Dehi, 9 gates. There are 9 gates in the body, and this is the spiritual capital of the whole body, Adhyatmik Rajdhani. And this Navadware Pure Dehi has to be worshipped. This means you should try to understand that in this spiritual capital live the gods, Brahma, Saraswati, Indrani, Indra, all these gods and goddesses, they live in us. Gayatri is all-pervading cosmic force. Pranagni, serpentine fire, Sushumna, Pranagni, all these things are in our body. Shat chakras, spinal cord, Sushumna, Ida Pingala, all these 72,000 nadis, all these things are present in our body. Means we are walking temple of gods. Why can't we refine our personality? Why can't we transform our godly powers, divine qualities? And if we can transform divine qualities, we know exactly how to utilize scientific instruments, scientific developments, scientific vision. We need to develop in spirituality a refinement of the wisdom. And refined wisdom, through refined wisdom, we can control the uncontrolled growth of the science. Uncontrolled growth of science is what? What is happening today in metros? What is happening today in the enlarging, and I say, Samvedanheen Vikas. Development without emotions. Development without emotions. A lot of slums are developing, and a lot of big rise buildings are coming up. Who cares for the slums and who cares for the poor? There's a big gap between the poor and the rich. And all these things are going to increase more and more with the development of the urban areas and urbanization, what is occurring. The urbanization has brought biggest problem, that is the mental stress. Mental stress. And a lot of people are falling prey to mental stress. I used to know Bangalore of 1970-71 when I visited it first. It was a beautiful place. It was a beautiful walk in that Lal Bagh, and it was a beautiful city surrounding it. You go today to Bangalore, and Bangalore is the city of crime today. That Bangalore has been transformed because of our IT revolution. That Bangalore has been transformed because of the lot of developments which have occurred in the name of urbanization. And same thing can happen to any city. Same thing has happened to Delhi. Same thing has happened to Bombay. Same thing has happened to Chennai. Same thing has happened to Kolkata. This is the time when we need spiritual control over the growth of the science, growth of the materialism, growth of the all those things which are making us consumeristic person. We are consumeristic person, and we are nothing but a commodity. The whole world has been converted into market. And our rishis used to say, the whole world is a family. Parivar. I am talking about Gayatri Parivar. Gayatri Parivar means believes in Gayatri. Pure in knowledge, pure in intelligence. Why it has happened that the Parivar has become Bajar? And this Bajar, only one who has got money, he will survive. Nothing else will survive. In Parivar, all will survive because all have love and affection to each other. All will survive. Spirituality, in fact, brings that parivarikta, that family tendency, love towards each and everyone. Ayam nijah parovetti ganana laguchet sam udar charita nam tu vasdhu kutumkam. The whole world is my family. The whole ecosystem is my family. And if ecosystem is my family, I will not cut trees. I will not waste water. I will worry for a girl of 3 years. What will happen to her when she is 30-year-old? After 30 years, is there going to be water, drinkable water, potable water? No, if you are going to waste water like that. So when you start thinking about ecosystem, then you start planting trees, you start doing water harvesting, you start doing so many benevolent activities which start nourishing the climate. Climate becomes much better. Can you imagine Coimbatore, a city closer to hill stations, closer to Western Ghat, behaving like that, which was yesterday and today, very high temperature. I was not imagining of this temperature here. And then power cut. More and more urbanization, power cut. There will be no power. The inner power will always be there. If you can enhance in your inner power and you start disbelieving on these things, I don't say growth should not occur. I don't say development should not occur. But development should be controlled by spiritual values. There should be certain values made for the whole society. And that should control. And there should be a guarded growth, guarded development. Means Adhyatma or spirituality has to work like a controller on the science. And science has to give foundation to the spirituality. If science doesn't give its foundation to spirituality, spirituality will go in wrong direction. Religion will go in wrong direction. We need logic, we need figures, we need lot of experimental truth to define what happens when you do meditation, what happens when you do puja, what happens when you do upasana, what happens when you do certain fasting. This is what was the reason that our Gurudev, who was a staunch believer in scientific spirituality, he started an institution in 1979 known as Brahma Varchas Research Institute. There we have done more than 150,000 researches on people, how these inculcating good virtues or good disciplines, good things, bring changes in our body physiology. We have noted that people can become better, people can become, if ill persons, they can become better. Today, a lot of population is dying because of the uncontrolled illnesses, especially depression, especially psychosomatic disorders, especially cardiac disorders. 60% of world population will be suffering from the cardiac ailments. Out of them, 80% will be Indians. Can you imagine? In 2010. It is not far off. We can change it by developing our inner spirituality and by changing our lifestyle. Spirituality needs to be given to science and science needs to be given to spirituality. I'll give you just one small example and then sum it up gradually. There are wrong beliefs, wrong traditions and a lot of andhavishwas, wrong faith developing in this religious world, spiritual world. And due to that, the religion is not being adopted by our younger generation. Younger generation, the youth power is 54 crore, 540 million people are younger generation. How will you make them acceptable? How will you ask them to accept spirituality? Unless and until that spirituality becomes practical, refined, applicable to the life. If that spirituality brings in them emotional quotient, intelligence quotient, spiritual quotient, and then I will say another quotient, Dr. Sahab, divinity quotient, DQ, IQ, EQ, SQ, and then DQ, divinity quotient, that starts making you a divine being. That four things start coming to the students today, then they will start becoming brilliant students. Our knowledge economy is so strong that we can control the whole world by our knowledge. We have got that much of knowledge and those knowledgeable people. IT world has done wonders. Our students are very, very, very talented people and they are controlling the whole world. You can see the Microsoft and all those networks, NASA and all those being controlled by our Indian scientists. But can you imagine these people who are without spirituality, they get burnt very, very fast. At the age of 25 or 30, they fall prey to various disorders. I was talking about my colleagues too, Dr. Saab. A lot of my colleagues have undergone bypass surgery. A lot of my colleagues have developed pot belly like this. A lot of my colleagues have lost hair because of the lifestyle, because of the brunt of the earning money. To be healthy and to be keeping yourself spiritually elevated and living with the modern trends in the development, how to combine them together is an art, And this art is living, art of living. It cannot be science of living. Science is something which is very, very difficult to understand. Science is something very difficult. But art is something which is very, very beautiful. Art is drawing something. Art is making a painting. Art is visualizing a beautiful girl that Satchidananda, or that Brahma, Parabrahma's beauty. Observing a flower, observing a climatic change, that rains coming up. This is art. Science doesn't observe. Science says it is rains coming up. But the observer says in an art field, he says the rains are falling like water droplets, and it seems that as if God is taking bath. He says like that. That is the difference between the two. So art of living, you have to understand the concept of how Gayatri can be inculcated in day-to-day life, so that you start learning how to control your resources, how to utilize your resources properly. You earn money. I don't say you don't earn money, but try to utilize that money in a proper way. Do charity for others. दूसरों को देना सीखिए. शतहस्तं समाहरः सहस्रहस्तं संकीर्य. From by 100 hands you earn, by 1,000 hands you distribute, and by thousands and thousands of hands you start getting in return. The sea does it, ocean does it. Ocean evaporates, makes clouds. Clouds fight with the Eastern Ghat, Western Ghat, Himalayas, and then they shower rains of the monsoon, and then the rivers are full of water, and that river comes in the ocean. If one day ocean starts saying, no, I am not going to evaporate, you are taking everything out of me, and that day ocean will become dry. Ocean will become dry. Give and take is the principle. Give and take is the principle. You have to learn the art in which spirituality becomes your part of life in day-to-day life. We have to refine the spirituality, we have to refine the religion, and we have to control the reins on the science. I'll just give you one example. There was a fire in the village, and in that fire, there was a man who was lame, lagda tha, he could not walk. And there was a man who was blind, he could not see. Both were caught. All of them ran away, but these two were caught. Now, from everywhere the fire came, and they were caught in that fire. Then at that time, the wisdom prevailed. The person who had eyes but no legs, means his legs were not working, he said, I can see fire coming up. It is going to engulf us. Can I use your feet? You just put me on your shoulder and I will show you the way. You don't have eyes, so you can't go. You go into fire. So I'll show you the way. And this is how the person who was seated on the shoulder, he showed the way. Go to right, go to left, go to right, go to left. And then they both came out of the fire. Today, we are all in the materialism fire. Materialism, consumerism, emptiness in the mind, emptiness in the heart. The lame person who is seated on the shoulder is religion, which has been caught in the legs by basically the crutches have been totally provided only for one reason, because it is lame. I'm just saying opposite to Einstein. Religion has become lame, spirituality has become lame because of the wrong traditions, misbeliefs. And science is blind. That's why it is going in wrong direction. Science and religion have to sit together, have to work together, and this is how these two together can take us out of the fire of the mysticism, fire of the materialism. This is the need of time today. भाइयों बहनों, मैं आपके सामने जो सब्जेक्ट बोल रहा हूँ, ये है विज्ञान और अध्यात्म का समन्वय. विज्ञान हमारे जीवन में बहुत तेजी से प्रगति लाया है, बहुत तेजी से रिवॉल्यूशन करके लाया. साइंस ने हमारे जीवन में इतने ज़्यादा बूंस, इतने ज़्यादा वरदान दिए हैं कि आज हमारे पास सब कुछ है. आज जो कुछ भी हमारे पास है वो विज्ञान की वजह से. और आज हम किसी से भी टेलीफोन पे बात कर सकते हैं, किसी से भी सेल फोन पे बात कर सकते हैं, किसी से भी हम चाहें तो इंटरेक्ट कर सकते हैं. चैटिंग भी हो जाती है आजकल. चैटिंग में आराम से इधर से टाइप करिए, उधर से बात हो जाएगी. आप अपने बच्चे से जो अमेरिका में रहता है उससे ही बात कर सकते हैं। ये साइंस का आविष्कार है कि आज मेडिकल वर्ल्ड में भी बहुत सारी रिसर्चेज हो रही हैं, और मेडिकल वर्ल्ड में आइसोटोप, फंक्शनल MRI, कैट स्कैनिंग, ऑल दीज हैव गिवन, इन सब की वजह से बहुत ज़्यादा चेंजेस आए हैं, परिवर्तन आया है। पर इन परिवर्तन के बावजूद भी आदमी अशांत है, उद्विग्न है, बेचैन है। क्यों बेचैन है? आखिर क्या कारण है बेचैनी का? बेचैनी का कारण यह है कि इन सब चीज़ों से हमें साधन तो मिले पर साधना नहीं मिली, साधन तो मिले पर शांति नहीं मिली, साधन तो मिले पर असंतोष मिला, साधन तो मिले पर हमारे अंदर एग्रेसिव कंपटीशन आ गई। उसकी कमीज मेरी कमीज से ज़्यादा सफ़ेद क्यों? हैव यू हर्ड दैट एडवर्टाइजमेंट? आपने सुना है विज्ञापन? उसकी कमीज मेरी कमीज से ज़्यादा सफ़ेद। जरा सा साबुन का विज्ञापन है, एक सोप का, पर उसकी सफ़ेद नहीं होनी चाहिए। देन उसके पास मारुति आ गई, मेरे पास कुछ बड़ी होना चाहिए। उसके पास अगर जेन आ गई तो मेरे पास कुछ बड़ी होना चाहिए। उसके पास कोरोला आ गई तो मेरे पास कैमरी होना चाहिए। अगर उसके पास वो भी आ गई तो मैं फिर पजेरो मंगाऊंगा अमेरिका से। कंपटीशन, एग्रेसिव कंपटीशन। ये जो एग्रेसिव कंपटीशन आई है, इससे हम गरीब बनते चले जा रहे हैं। गरीब कैसे? भावनाओं की दृष्टि से। न जाने कहाँ से कट करते हैं, न जाने कहाँ से हम रिसोर्सेज को कट करके लाते हैं। वी नेवर थिंक ऑफ फ्यूचर, भविष्य के बारे में भी नहीं सोचते। और इस वैज्ञानिकता के युग में जहाँ हम लोग एक छाते के नीचे रह रहे हैं, अम्ब्रेला के नीचे रह रहे हैं, वहाँ पर आज हम सब एक दूसरे से जुड़े हुए हैं। वहाँ हम लोगों को काम करना पड़ेगा कि अध्यात्म को जीवन में उतारने की कला सीखनी पड़ेगी। अध्यात्म यानी गुणों को, आदर्शों को, सत्यवृत्तियों को जीवन में उतारना, अपने जीवन का अंग बना लेना। और अध्यात्म को, विज्ञान को नियंत्रण में करना सीखना पड़ेगा। यदि अध्यात्म सही होगा, परिष्कृत होगा, तो वो विज्ञान को सही दिशा देगा। ऐसे चलना, ऐसे चलना, ऐसे चलना। एक बेल, नो ऑक्स है ना, बेल, एक बिगड़ा हुआ बेल आप सब्जी मंडी में छोड़ दीजिए, क्या होगा? सारी की सारी सब्जी के ठेलों को उठाता हुआ, भगाता हुआ चला जाएगा। वैसा ही आज साइंस हो गया है, विज्ञान। विज्ञान जो कुछ कर रहा है, कई जगह बिगाड़ करता जा रहा है। ऐसी चीज़ों का आविष्कार कर रहा है जिनकी जरूरत नहीं है। ऐसी चीज़ों को हमें सिखा रहा है, वॉयलेंस दिखा रहा है, सेक्स दिखा रहा है, सब कुछ दिखा रहा है हमारे घर में। अश्लीलता जितनी पिछले 10 साल में बढ़ी है, उतनी पहले नहीं बढ़ी थी। पहले हम इतनी ओपनली नहीं देख पाते थे। हमारे यहाँ वात्स्यायन पैदा हुए, हमारे यहाँ कामसूत्र लिखा गया। हमारे यहाँ के ऋषि बहुत इंटेलिजेंट थे, वैज्ञानिक थे। हमारे वेदों में विज्ञान की चर्चा है सारी। पर उन्होंने कभी नहीं सोचा कि इतनी ओपन पोर्नोग्राफी हो जाएगी, इतनी ओपन अश्लीलता हो जाएगी कि हमारे यहाँ सब कुछ ओपनली देखने लगे। आप न्यूज़ देख रहे हैं अपने बच्चों के साथ, और न्यूज़ के बीच में ऐसा विज्ञापन आ गया कि आपको लगा कि शर्म के मारे यहीं डूब मरना चाहिए। न्यूज़ में एक छोटा सा ब्रेक बहुत मुश्किल होता है, बड़ा कठिन होता है। लीजिए अब लेते हैं छोटा सा ब्रेक। वो छोटा सा ब्रेक ऐसा लगता है कि जैसे सारी दुनिया में हमारी आध्यात्मिक प्रगति को ब्रेक लगा रहा है ये ब्रेक। उसमें तरह तरह के विज्ञापन, तरह तरह के एडवर्टाइजमेंट कल्चर, मॉडलिंग, रैम्प वॉकिंग, फैशन परस्ती, तरह तरह के जो प्रोडक्ट्स आ गए, इन सब ने हमारी ज़िंदगी के पैटर्न को बदल दिया है। इसलिए हमें अध्यात्म की ज़रूरत है। अध्यात्म कौन सा? मैंने कहा तिलक लगाने वाला नहीं। इसका मतलब तिलक ना लगाओ, ऐसी बात नहीं। तिलक लगाओ, पर तिलक लगा के दिखावा मत करो कि हम धर्म को मानते हैं। मंदिर में जाने वालों की संख्या कितनी बढ़ गई आप देखिए। पर मंदिर में जाने वालों के बावजूद भी लोगों में धर्म के प्रति रुचि क्यों नहीं बढ़ी? अध्यात्म को जीवन में उतारने का आनंद क्यों नहीं आता? अध्यात्म को जीवन में उतार करके अध्यात्म को जीवन का अंग बनाने की रुचि क्यों नहीं जागती? इसका केवल एक ही रीज़न है कि हमने अध्यात्म को विज्ञान नहीं समझा। स्पिरिचुअलिटी इज द हाईएस्ट स्टेट ऑफ साइंस ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस। चेतना का उच्च स्तरीय विज्ञान अगर कोई है तो अध्यात्म है। अध्यात्म को भी यदि हमने विज्ञान माना होता तो अध्यात्म को भी उतना ही स्थान दिया होता। जितनी चादर उतना ही पांव फैलाना चाहिए। प्रसन्न रहने के दो ही उपाय हैं, आवश्यकताएं कम करें या परिस्थितियों से तालमेल बिठाएं। हम नहीं कर रहे हैं। क्रेडिट कार्ड ले लेते हैं, प्लास्टिक मनी ले लेते हैं, उसी के आधार पर सारा काम चल रहा है। पैसे नहीं है हमारे बैंक में। क्यों? 40,000 मिले थे, 50,000 मिले थे, उसमें से 40,000 हमारा किस्तों को चुकाने में चला गया। आसान किस्तें, बड़ी आसान है, बड़ी मुश्किल है, ज़िंदगी को मुश्किल कर देती है पूरी की पूरी। तो आज आदमी कर्जदार हो गया है, और जो आदमी कर्जदार नहीं है उसकी समाज में प्रतिष्ठा नहीं है आज, ऐसा लगता है। पुराने ज़माने में कर्जदार होता था तो लोग कहते थे कितना बेकार आदमी कर्ज लेके मर रहा है। आज कर्ज नहीं लिया तो आपसे बया गड़ गया अभी तक कोई भी नहीं है। क्रेडिट कार्ड नहीं है आपके पास तो कुछ भी नहीं है। ये आज की लाइफ स्टाइल है। आज की लाइफ स्टाइल में अध्यात्म के सूत्रों को जीवन में उतारना पड़ेगा। यदि इच्छा लाभ संतुष्ट हो, जितने में काम चल जाए उतने में काम चलाओ, पर ज़्यादा की कामना करो। ज़्यादा मिले बांट दो, बांटोगे कई गुना मिलेगा, पर चिंता नहीं करना, जितना कमाओगे उससे 1000 गुना बांटो, लाख गुना बटोरो, ये आपको मिलता चला जाएगा। भगवान का सिद्धांत, भगवान का प्रिंसिपल है, भगवान लाख गुना करके देता है। द्रौपदी को दिया और भगवान ने सुदामा को दिया तो हमको भी देगा। गायत्री परिवार प्योर नॉलेज में बिलीव करता है, शुद्धतः सही विज्ञान, सही ज्ञान हमारे जीवन में उतरे और हमारे अंदर एक फॉर साइटेड डिस्क्रिमिनेटिंग विजडम, दूरदर्शिता, विजडम विकसित हो। विवेक जिंदा होगा तो तो हमको सही उपयोग करना आ जाएगा सही चीज़ों का। और मैंने कहानी सुनाई जो आपकी सबको समझ में आ गई होगी, फिर से सुना देता हूँ, अंधे और लंगड़े की कहानी। ये एक अंधा था, एक लंगड़ा था। अंधा जो था लंगड़े से कहा कि हम दोनों आग में फंस गए, कैसे निकलें बाहर। लंगड़े ने कहा कि मैं चल तो नहीं सकता, पर मैं तेरे कंधे पे बैठ सकता हूँ, मैं तुझे रास्ता दिखा दूंगा। अंधे ने कहा हाँ मुझे दिखाई देता है, राइट में चलना, लेफ्ट में चलना, राइट में चलना, साइड कहते हैं ना आपके यहाँ, तमिलनाडु में साइड बहुत कहते हैं, तेलुगु में भी साइड। कोई वीआईपी जा रहा है तो साइड। उसने साइड करते करते बाहर निकाल दिया। उसने बाहर निकलने के बाद दोनों रिलीफ महसूस किया। आज जो कंधे पे बैठा है वो धर्म है, जो चल रहा है वो विज्ञान है, और विज्ञान के पास पांव जरूर हैं, गति है, प्रगति है, पर आंखें नहीं हैं। वो आंखें उसको अधर्म देगा, अध्यात्म देगा। अगर उसको आंखें मिल जाएंगी तो हमारा जीवन वास्तव में सारी की सारी परिस्थितियां हमारी शांति से भर जाएंगी। आज हमको शांति चाहिए, मन की प्रसन्नता चाहिए, तनाव मुक्ति चाहिए, तो एक ही रास्ता है, दोनों को मिला दो, दोनों के साथ जीवन जियो। आध्यात्मिक भौतिकवाद, वैज्ञानिक अध्यात्मवाद, विज्ञान और अध्यात्म को जीवन में एक साथ मिला के जियो, ब्लेंडिंग करो, इनका टाइट्रेशन करो, इन दोनों को साथ में मिला दो और दोनों साथ में मिलकर चलेंगे तो एक क्रांति होगी। और मैं समझता हूँ कि युवा शक्ति हमारी जो 54 करोड़ है वो हमारे साथ जुड़ जाएगी। मैंने प्रयोग किया है ऑल ओवर द कंट्री आई हैव एक्सपेरिमेंटेड एंड आई फाउंड दैट द यंगर जनरेशन इज जॉइनिंग मोर एंड मोर अस बिकॉज ऑफ द साइंटिफिक स्पिरिचुअलिटी विच वी आर प्रीचिंग। युवा शक्ति हमसे ज़्यादा जुड़ रही है क्योंकि हम उनको अध्यात्म का ABC समझाते हैं, साइंटिफिकली एक्सप्लेन करते हैं। अब आप किसी को कहते हैं चरण छुओ, तो चरण क्यों छुओ? क्या उसके पाँव में कोई तकलीफ है इसलिए चरण छुए? नहीं, महापुरुषों के चरण छूने से उनकी शक्ति का अंश मिलता है। आपको एक्सप्लेन करना पड़ेगा, यू विल हैव टू एक्सप्लेन, आपको सबको समझाना पड़ेगा। आप समझाते हो नहीं और बच्चे के ऊपर हावी हो जाते हो, हाथ क्यों नहीं जोड़ा, प्रेयर क्यों नहीं की, सुबह गायत्री मंत्र क्यों नहीं किया। यू हैव टू एक्सप्लेन व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इट इज गोइंग टू डू टू यू। आपके जीवन में कितना अच्छा करने वाला है ये, और आपके जीवन में कैसे लाएगा। हमारे जीवन में आया, तुम्हारे जीवन में भी आएगा। इट विल ब्रिंग मोर एंड मोर पीस टू यू। व्हाई पीपल आर सो मच falling to depression, why people are having so much suicidal tendency, why at the age of teenage lot of boys and girls while facing the examination paper they are falling prey to suicidal tendency, suicide कर लेते हैं बहुत सारे, या फिर गलत काउंसलिंग मिलने की वजह से कहीं गलत दिशा में चले जाते हैं। तो what we need is spiritual guidelines, spiritual counseling, spiritual guidelines and scientific world.
See, for every house we can have a goodie box. So I request Dr. Saab to now release this goodie box. This is available in our Coimbatore Gayatri Chetna Kendra. Everybody can connect and they can keep it house and they can tell children, ladies, they can put anything every day, some coin or something. Chant once Gayatri Mantra and then put. एक बार गायत्री मंत्र बोले और उसमें कोई भी एक कॉइन डाले।
शांति पाठ, हमारे संगीत वाले बंद बैठ करके शांति पाठ।
श्री आप ही बुरा जगन्नाथ